Hi. Oh god. Hi guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to create this colourful makeup look with the cut crease. So yeah, if you want to see how I did it, then just keep watching. Okay, so for this look we're going to start off with the eyes. So I'm going to start off by just running a spoolie through my eyebrows. I'm going to use the Maybelline Tattoo Brow Micro Pen Tint. God knows. It's got sort of like 3 little points on it, so it creates really nice like brow hairs. I don't do much to my brows, I pretty much just outline them and fill them in a bit to make them look a bit fuller, and then just sort of define the arch. Okay, so that's my brows all filled in. I'm now going to take some hairspray on the same spoolie that we had before. Just going to hop a little bit on there and then brush that through my brows. My brow hairs just seem to go everywhere, and I've tried a lot of brow gels and none of them really stick my brow hairs down. So I found that hairspray on the spoolie, just a little bit. You don't need a lot, just a little spray and then I'm good, and it's a lot cheaper. Okay, so that's the brows all done. I'm gonna go in with the Revolution Pro Full Cover Camouflage Concealer in C2 to prep my lid and then just carve out the underneath of my brows just to make sure that they're all tidy. This concealer is so thick and so full coverage, you really don't need much at all. I'm just taking that on a flat concealer brush. I'm going to do one eye and then the other off camera, so I'm just going to pop it on that eye for now and then I'll do the other one later. So I'm not actually going to set that down, I'm going to work fairly fast with the eyeshadows because I want them to really pop on the eye, so I want them to look as vibrant as possible because we are using like colour today. So I'm going to be using my Sosu X Kylie Urban Bible palette today, which is the most stunning palette I've ever seen in my life. I'm going to start off with the colour Faith, which is this bright yellow in the middle. And I'm going to start off small because these shades are super pigmented, so I'm just dipping in a couple times. And then I'm going to start working that on the inner corner. Okay, so that's the first shade pretty much down. I'll probably build it up a little bit more later when I'm blending the shades together. But for now, she says taking more and blending it in. For now I think that's pretty much it. So that's the yellow shade on. I'm then going to take Majesty, is that how you say it? Majesty? Yeah. Which is this orange shade here. And I'm going to take that and then pop it next to the yellow, just here. So I'm just sort of patting it down and then I'll blend it in with the yellow in a second. Just using sort of little circular motions to work that in. So when I'm blending the two shades together, I'm taking a really light hand and just starting to blend the two together. Okay, so now that orange shade is on there, I want to blend it in really well with the yellow. So I'm going to take a little bit more Faith. Just work that in, and again, literally taking such a light hand when you're blending the two shades together. I think that's pretty well blended together, so we get like a smooth look. And there's no harsh lines. I'm now going to take Sacred Fire, which looks a little bit more red in the pan. So it is quite different to in the pan. Again, I don't know if that would be different if you set the concealer, but it's quite a vibrant shadow. So just taking a light hand with this one, I'm going to pack it on the outer corner as well, because we're going to do a cut crease. So again, when blending, just taking a really light hand just between the two shades to make sure there's no harsh lines between them. So I'm just going to build up the colours, so I'm just going to take a little bit more of like each colour and pop it through the crease and then build them up. Okay, so I think they're now at the intensity that I want them to be at, and that I've still just again going in with a really light hand and just blending them all in. So I'm happy with that. I'm just going to take a bit of a bigger brush just to blend them at the top, just to make sure there's no harsh lines around the brow bone. So just taking this little fluffy brush and just, you don't have to go this far up into your brow bone if you don't want to. You can stop it a bit lower and have more of a blend. Okay, so I think that is all blended really nicely together. I'm now going to go off camera and just catch up with the other eye, and then I'll come back and we'll do the cut crease. Okay, so I've just caught up the other eye and cleaned up the edges a bit, which we'll clean up later again with foundation and concealer. But I'm just going to cut the crease now, so I'm going to take the same concealer and the same brush that I had earlier, and then I'm going to pop it on my lash line. So I'm going to put it, if I can show you. Just going to pop it there, sort of up into halfway, and then down into the inner corner. And then I'm going to look up. And then I've got like a guideline of where my crease is. I'm not going to take any more concealer right now because I don't like loads of concealer on my cut crease, because it can, my eyelids get quite oily, so it can sort of crease. And then I'm going to take it, and on the edge I'm just going to sort of tap to blend it a bit. Just going to use my finger to just tap the edge. And then I'm going to take a little bit more Sacred Fire. I'm going to do the same to the other side before I put anything on there, because I like them to be the same. So like if anything goes wrong with the other one, I can just change this one before I put any shimmer on it. So literally just going to do the exact same thing on the other side. This is stressful. I think that even, probably not. Right, I think that is done. Okay, I've just grabbed my Anastasia Beverly Hills One Renaissance palette. I think that's how you say it. And I'm gonna take this shade here, which is Vermeer, which is just a bit of like a pinky shimmer. Okay, and then just taking that with my finger, just dabbing it on. And then I'm just going to take this tiny little detail like flat brush, and I'm going to take Vermeer again on that and just tidy up the outline of the crease. Okay, so now that's on there, I'm going to blend it in a little bit more with the pink on the outer corner. So I'm going to take Mercy from the Bible palette, and I'm going to take that on my finger again. And then I'm going to take Sacred Fire again, just on the same little brush. Okay, so that's all blended now. I think that is the eyes finished. Okay, so I have already moisturised my skin using a simple moisturiser. I don't know, it's just some moisturiser. Great explanation. I'm going to start off with foundation, so I'm going to take my Real Techniques blending sponge, and then I'm going to mix two foundations. So this is my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter in 145, and this is my Estee Lauder Double Wear. I'm going to take a mixture of these because I've got fake tan on at the moment, so a mixture, that's not a good idea. So a mixture of these together is the perfect shade. Okay, so then I'm just going to sort of dot that around my face. My skin is quite red on my face, so obviously it looks a bit different, but it'll match my neck. Okay, so that is all blended out. I really love those two together. They're just a nice mixture, nice colour, and makes my skin look really nice. And then I'm going to go with concealer. Normally I'd go with the Revolution Conceal and Define, but because we're in isolation, I've actually run out, which is annoying. But I'm going to take the same one as earlier and just take a light amount because it is so full coverage. Okay, so I'm just going to take that on that same brush and just pop it onto my eyes. Just going to pop it down the centre of my face as well, just to lighten that up. And then again, just blending it with my beauty blender. I'm now just going to set my under eyes, and then I'll do cream contour, but just because my under eyes crease a lot, so I'm just going to set those. Just using the Revolution banana powder, loose powder. And then just going to take my the Revolution Conceal and Define in C11, which is a darker shade for my contour. Dropping my beauty blender. And then I am just going to pop a little bit on my nose, honestly the tiniest bit, so it sort of just warms up in the middle of my face. Okay, I think that is all blended now. I'm just going to take the same powder as earlier and just powder down everything and set it in place. So this is the Kiko Water Flower Magic Bronzer in Warm Honey. As you can see, I quite like this bronzer. It is quite pigmented and has a bit of kickback, but I just sort of use a light hand, just grab a little bit and use a light hand and just circle it around my cheekbones just to warm it up a little bit. I'm then going to take a blush just to add a bit of colour to my cheeks. So this is from the Sleek Face Form Contouring Blush Palette in Light 373. Just going to take this blush here. It has a bit of a shimmer to it, which is nice, so I'm not going to take any highlighter on my cheekbones today. I'm just going to take the highlighter from this palette on my finger and just pop it on the end of my nose. I just like the look that it goes down the centre of the nose on the tip. Okay, so that is the skin and eyes are not finished. The eyes are not finished. I'm going to pop the colours that we took on the crease on the leather lash line as well. So I'm going to start off with Sacred Fire and take that on that little tiny precision brush that we used for the shimmer. Okay, and then I'm going to take Majesty. I'm going to take Faith just to finish it off on the inner part. So to finish everything off, I'm going to pop on some mascara. I'm not going to pop on false lashes today, but it would look really nice with a pair of false lashes. I'm going to take, just going to curl my lashes, and then I'll take the Maybelline Snap Mascara. Okay, so that is the look finished. I'm just going to go sort on my hair, and then I will be back in a second. So my hair is still a little bit wet from my wash this morning, but I'm just going to leave it for now. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Thanks.